Captain Jake Morrison stood on the bridge of the UES Leviathan and watched the stars through the massive viewing window. The ship stretched nearly 2 kilometers from bow to stern, making it the largest vessel humanity had ever built. 8,000 crew members worked throughout its decks, preparing for mankind's first journey beyond the solar system. Morrison had trained for 15 years to command this mission, but nothing could have prepared him for what they would discover. The bridge hummed with quiet activity as officers monitored their stations. Lieutenant Commander Amy Rodriguez checked the sensor arrays one final time before their departure. Her screens showed the revolutionary detection systems that could spot objects millions of kilometers away. The Leviathan carried technology that pushed the boundaries of human engineering, from its quantum-enhanced armor to its experimental warp drive that would carry them faster than light. Dr. Nathan Blake reviewed his xenobiology protocols in his laboratory deep within the ship. The scientific community had spent decades preparing for the possibility of alien life, though most expected to find simple microbes or perhaps primitive civilizations. Blake had studied every theory about extraterrestrial contact, but his preparations focused on basic life forms rather than advanced species. His equipment could analyze alien biology and chemistry, assuming they found anything at all. The ship's artificial intelligence system, called Oracle, monitored every aspect of the Leviathan's operations. Oracle possessed the combined knowledge of Earth's greatest minds and could process information faster than any human crew. The AI had been designed to help navigate unknown space and assist with any discoveries they might make. Oracle's databases contained humanity's entire scientific knowledge, ready to analyze whatever they encountered. Lieutenant Paul Henderson managed the tactical systems from his station near the captain's chair. The Leviathan carried weapons powerful, enough to destroy asteroids and defensive shields that could withstand tremendous impacts. These systems had been installed as precautions against unknown dangers in deep space, though the crew hoped they would never need such firepower. Henderson had trained on every weapons system aboard the ship and could coordinate the entire arsenal if necessary. Colonel Lisa Martinez commanded the Marine detachment stationed throughout the vessel. Her 3,000 soldiers represented Earth's finest military personnel, trained for combat in zero-gravity and hostile environments. Martinez had prepared her troops for every conceivable threat, from equipment failures to potential hostile encounters. The Marines carried advanced weapons and wore powered armor that enhanced their strength and protection. Commander Steve Watson oversaw the engineering sections that kept the massive ship operational. His teams maintained the fusion reactors that powered the Leviathan and the complex machinery that made interstellar travel possible. Watson understood every system aboard the ship and could repair almost any malfunction. The engineering crews worked in shifts around the clock to ensure the vessel remained at peak performance. Morrison walked to the navigation station where Lieutenant Sarah Brooks plotted their course to Proxima Centauri. The journey would take them 4 light years from Earth, farther than any human had ever traveled. Brooks had calculated the precise coordinates that would bring them safely to their destination without colliding with any obstacles along the way. Her navigation computer could adjust their course instantly if they encountered unexpected hazards. The captain returned to his command chair and activated the ship-wide communication system. His voice carried to every deck as he addressed the crew before their historic departure. Morrison explained their mission to explore the Proxima Centauri system and search for planets that might support human colonies. He reminded them that they were making history as the first humans to leave their home star system. Rodriguez reported that all systems showed green status, and the warp drive had completed its final preparations. The massive engines that would bend space around their ship hummed with increasing power as they prepared to engage. Henderson confirmed that defensive systems were online and ready to protect them during their journey. Watson verified that all engineering systems functioned perfectly and could sustain the crew for months in deep space. Morrison gave the order to engage the warp drive, and the Leviathan disappeared from Earth's solar system in a flash of exotic energy. The quantum signature of their departure rippled across space at faster-than-light speeds, announcing humanity's arrival to every advanced civilization within 50 light years. Unknown to the human crew, dozens of alien species detected their energy signature and began tracking the massive vessel's progress. The ship's sensors recorded their successful transition to faster-than-light travel as stars shifted around them, in strange patterns. Oracle processed the navigation data and confirmed they were traveling at the correct speed toward their destination. The crew settled into their duties for the long journey ahead, unaware that their departure had triggered alarms throughout a vast galactic civilization. Morrison studied the star charts showing their route to Proxima Centauri, planning their exploration of the system once they arrived. He expected to find empty space with perhaps a few rocky planets, never imagining they would encounter a community of species that had been watching Earth for generations. The Leviathan continued through space, carrying humanity toward its destiny among the stars. Ambassador Zethkar of the Valonian Consortium adjusted his sensory organs as he monitored the primitive species on the third planet of the Sol system. The Galactic Council had been watching these humans for decades, observing their slow development of basic space technology. Zethkar expected it would take them several more centuries to develop faster than light travel, assuming they survived their violent tendencies long enough to achieve such advancement. The monitoring station Harmony's Edge orbited a dead planet at the edge of Council space, equipped with sensors that could detect quantum signatures across dozens of star systems. Fleet Admiral Corinth commanded the station with the calm efficiency that came from overseeing first contact procedures for over 200 years. The Admiral had guided 17 species through their introduction to galactic civilization, always following the same careful protocols that prevented cultural shock and technological contamination. Chief Science Officer Yilan worked at her sensor console, her tentacles dancing across the controls as she tracked various developing civilizations throughout the sector. The readings from human space showed typical progress for a young species, with crude spacecraft barely capable of reaching their neighboring planets. Yilan had filed routine reports about human advancement, noting their aggressive nature but primitive technology that posed no threat to established civilizations. The first alarm began as a low tone that gradually increased in volume and urgency. Yilan's sensors detected an impossible energy signature emerging from the Sol system, unlike anything in the Council's extensive databases. The quantum wake indicated a massive vessel traveling faster than light, but the signatures were completely wrong for any known technology. Yilan checked her instruments twice before reporting the anomaly to Admiral Corinth. Corinth rushed to the science station and studied the sensor readings with growing amazement. The energy signature showed a vessel larger than most Council dreadnoughts, powered by fusion technology that seemed both primitive and remarkably effective. The ship's quantum wake indicated it was traveling at speeds that should have been impossible for such a young civilization to achieve. Corinth had never encountered anything like it in his long career. Emergency signals went out to Council fleets throughout the sector as more sensors confirmed the impossible readings. The human vessel was heading directly toward Proxima Centauri, apparently unaware that the system hosted a Council observation post. Admiral Corinth activated emergency protocols and summoned his senior staff to prepare for an unprecedented first contact situation. Captain Jake Morrison felt the Leviathan drop out of warp as they reached the edge of the Proxima system. The transition back to normal space created a brief moment of disorientation before the ship's systems stabilized. Lieutenant Commander Rodriguez immediately began scanning the system with their powerful sensors, searching for planets or other objects of interest. Her screens lit up with contacts that definitely were not natural phenomena. Rodriguez reported multiple artificial objects throughout the system, including what appeared to be a large space station near the fourth planet. The station's energy signature indicated advanced technology far beyond anything humans had developed. Morrison ordered the crew to battle stations as a precaution while they attempted to determine the nature of these mysterious structures. Dr. Blake rushed to the bridge as reports came in about the alien constructions. His xenobiology training had prepared him for the possibility of finding primitive life, but the sensor readings clearly showed advanced engineering on a massive scale. Blake began preparing first contact protocols that he had never expected to use, his hands shaking with excitement and fear. Oracle processed the incoming sensor data and confirmed that the objects were definitely artificial and showed signs of active operation. The AI detected multiple energy sources throughout the system and identified at least 12 separate vessels moving between various installations. Oracle recommended extreme caution while attempting to establish communication with whatever intelligence controlled these constructions. Admiral Corinth watched in amazement as the human vessel appeared on his sensors, its massive bulk dwarfing most ships in the Council fleet. The humans had somehow developed faster than light travel without any guidance from the galactic community, an achievement that typically required centuries of careful technological development. Corinth realized that every assumption about human capabilities had been completely wrong. The first communication attempt came from the alien station as mathematical sequences were broadcast toward the Leviathan on multiple frequencies. Commander Rodriguez worked frantically with Oracle to decode the transmissions, recognizing them as attempts at establishing basic mathematical communication. Within hours, they had developed simple translation protocols that allowed basic information exchange. Morrison made the decision that would define humanity's future among the stars. Rather than retreating to Earth to report their discovery, he chose to continue with first contact procedures and attempt diplomatic relations with these unknown beings. The captain ordered the Leviathan to approach the alien station while broadcasting messages of peaceful intent and scientific curiosity. Corinth found himself facing a situation that had never occurred in Council history. The humans possessed military technology that could threaten established civilizations, yet they approached with apparent peaceful intentions. The Admiral was forced to abandon standard first contact protocols and develop new procedures for dealing with a potentially dangerous but diplomatically interested species. The Leviathan moved slowly toward Harmony's edge while both sides prepared for humanity's first meeting with an alien civilization. Neither the human crew nor the Council representatives could have predicted how this encounter would reshape the balance of power throughout the galaxy. Emergency sessions convened across the Galactic Council as representatives from 47 species debated the human situation through quantum communication networks. The Council chambers on the capital world of Nexus Prime buzzed with activity, as delegates struggled to understand how a primitive species had developed such advanced technology so quickly. Chancellor Vorthak called for order as arguments erupted between those who viewed humans as a threat and others who saw an opportunity for peaceful contact. The Zenthari delegate Kreshon stood at his speaking platform, his crystalline form flashing, with agitated colors as he addressed the assembly. His species had fought numerous wars against aggressive civilizations and recognized dangerous patterns in human behavior. Kreshon argued that humans had developed weapons technology far too advanced for their social maturity, making them a potential threat to galactic stability that required immediate containment. Ambassador Tellen of the peaceful Altarian Federation rose to counter Kreshon's arguments, her melodic voice carrying across the chamber through translation devices. The Altarians had successfully integrated dozens of species into galactic civilization through patient diplomacy and cultural exchange. Tellen believed that humans deserved the same opportunity for peaceful integration, despite their unusual technological development. Fleet Admiral Corinth participated in the emergency session from his command center aboard Harmony's Edge, providing real-time reports about the approaching human vessel. The Admiral described the Leviathan's impressive size and advanced capabilities while emphasizing the crew's apparent peaceful intentions. Corinth recommended proceeding with modified first contact protocols while maintaining defensive preparations. Captain. Morrison stood in the Leviathan's conference room studying holographic displays of the alien station they were approaching. The structure measured nearly 10 kilometers across and showed evidence of multiple species working together in a cooperative environment. Morrison realized they had encountered not just one alien civilization, but an entire community of species working together across the stars. Dr. Blake worked alongside Oracle to analyze the communication patterns they had established with the alien station. The mathematical exchanges had evolved into basic conceptual communication, allowing limited information transfer about peaceful intentions and scientific curiosity. Blake prepared cultural exchange protocols based on anthropological studies of first contact between human civilizations, adapting them for interspecies communication. Lieutenant Commander Rodriguez coordinated with the communications team to improve their translation capabilities. The aliens used complex mathematical structures that seemed to incorporate multiple languages simultaneously, suggesting a sophisticated system for multi-species communication. Rodriguez realized they were dealing with a galactic civilization far more advanced and organized than anyone on Earth had imagined. Colonel Martinez briefed her Marine commanders about the tactical situation as they approached the alien station. The Leviathan's weapon systems remained powered, but not actively targeted, demonstrating defensive readiness without overtly threatening behavior. Martinez prepared her troops for possible boarding actions or diplomatic security missions while hoping that peaceful contact would make military action unnecessary. Commander Watson monitored the ship's systems as they maneuvered closer to the alien construction. The engineering teams maintained peak efficiency while preparing for possible emergency maneuvers if the first contact attempt went badly. Watson noticed that the alien station's power signatures indicated technology that operated on principles unknown to human science. Admiral Corinth faced a decision that would affect the future of galactic civilization. Standard protocols required newly contacted species to undergo centuries of careful observation and gradual technological development before being considered for council membership. The humans had bypassed this entire process by developing faster than light travel independently, creating an unprecedented situation that demanded new approaches. The council debate continued for hours as representatives argued about appropriate responses to human contact. The militaristic Draknori Empire supported immediate defensive action against potential human aggression, while the scientific Etherian Collective advocated for careful study of human technological achievements. Moderate voices called for cautious diplomatic engagement while maintaining strong defensive positions. Morrison made the decision that would define human-alien relations for generations to come. Instead of waiting for formal invitation from the alien station, he ordered the Leviathan to continue its approach while broadcasting detailed information about human civilization and peaceful intentions. The captain chose to demonstrate human directness and confidence rather than appearing weak or overly cautious. Chancellor Vorthak received reports that additional energy signatures had been detected emerging from the Sol system. Long-range sensors indicated that humans had not sent just one ship, but had constructed an entire fleet of advanced vessels. The Council realized that humanity represented a significant military force that could not be ignored or easily contained. Dr. Blake established direct communication with alien scientists aboard the station, exchanging basic information about human biology and culture. The aliens seemed genuinely surprised by human adaptability and rapid technological development, while Blake marveled at the diversity of species cooperating within the galactic community. Both sides expressed curiosity about each other's scientific achievements. The Galactic Council reached a preliminary consensus to proceed with modified first contact procedures while maintaining strong defensive positions throughout the sector. Admiral Corinth received authorization to conduct formal diplomatic exchanges with the human vessel while gathering intelligence about their technological capabilities and intentions. Morrison addressed his senior staff as they prepared for humanity's first face-to-face meeting with alien representatives. The captain emphasized the historic nature of their mission, while reminding everyone that their actions would determine how Earth would be perceived by the galactic community. The crew of the Leviathan carried the hopes and fears of their entire species as they approached their destiny among the stars. The Leviathan's arrival at Harmony's Edge created a spectacle that would be recorded in galactic history archives for millennia. The massive human warship dwarfed the station's docking facilities, forcing Admiral Corinth to improvise first contact, procedures that abandoned centuries of established protocol. The station's crew watched in amazement as the enormous vessel maneuvered with surprising grace for something so large. Captain Morrison stood in the Leviathan's main docking bay as preparations were made for the first face-to-face meeting between humans and aliens. The bay had been configured as a neutral meeting space with atmospheric controls that could accommodate different biological requirements. Morrison wore his formal dress uniform, knowing that first impressions would be crucial for establishing positive relations with the galactic community. Admiral Corinth made the unprecedented decision to personally greet the human delegation rather than sending subordinates. The Admiral's four-armed form moved gracefully through the station's corridors as he prepared to meet beings that had shattered every assumption about emerging civilizations. Corinth's aide specialist Niven accompanied him, recording everything for the Council's historical archives. Dr. Blake worked with the station's xenobiologists to establish biological compatibility protocols for the meeting. The atmospheric mixture needed to support both human and alien physiology without endangering either side. Blake marveled at the sophisticated medical technology that allowed dozens of different species to coexist safely within the same environment. The first visual contact between humans and aliens occurred when Admiral Corinth entered the Leviathan's docking bay, accompanied by a delegation representing multiple council species. Morrison approached the alien delegation with confident steps, extending his hand in the universal human gesture of greeting, while Oracle provided real-time translation services. Corinth studied the human captain with fascination, noting the bipedal form and obvious intelligence behind Morrison's eyes. The Admiral had encountered hundreds of species during his career, but humans possessed a unique combination of physical capability and technological sophistication that impressed him. Corinth returned Morrison's greeting with the formal council gesture of peaceful contact. Commander Rodriguez coordinated with alien technicians to establish improved communication systems that would allow real-time conversation between the delegations. The technical cooperation proceeded smoothly as both sides demonstrated their advanced understanding of quantum communication principles. Rodriguez realized that humans and aliens shared similar approaches to many technological challenges. Dr. Blake participated in his first xenobiological exchange with alien scientists who were eager to learn about human physiology and development. The aliens seemed particularly interested in human adaptability and the speed with which their species had developed advanced technology. Blake found himself explaining concepts of human evolution and cultural development to beings whose own evolution had taken completely different paths. Lieutenant Commander Henderson monitored the meeting from the Leviathan's bridge while maintaining defensive readiness in case the diplomatic contact failed. His tactical displays showed multiple alien vessels throughout the system, but none showed hostile intent or targeting behavior. Henderson began to relax as it became clear that the aliens genuinely desired peaceful communication. The cultural exchange revealed fundamental differences between human and galactic approaches to technological development. The council species had developed gradually over thousands of years, with careful guidance from established civilizations, while humans had pursued aggressive independent innovation that produced remarkably effective results in a fraction of the expected time. Admiral Corinth found himself genuinely impressed by human directness and confidence in their diplomatic approach. The Admiral had overseen first contact with numerous species that approached the Council with fear or excessive deference, but humans demonstrated a refreshing combination of respect and self-assurance that suggested natural diplomatic instincts. Morrison demonstrated human, cultural values by presenting gifts of Earth music and art to the alien delegation, explaining the importance of creative expression in human society. The aliens responded with similar cultural exchanges, sharing examples of their own artistic achievements and philosophical traditions. Both sides discovered unexpected common ground in their appreciation for beauty and knowledge. Dr. Blake's discussions with alien scientists revealed that humanity's rapid technological advancement had occurred during what the Council considered an impossibly brief time span. The aliens struggled to understand how humans had developed faster than light travel, advanced weapons systems, and sophisticated artificial intelligence without external guidance or technological assistance. The turning point in the diplomatic exchange came when Admiral Corinth requested a demonstration of human military capabilities to assess their potential threat level. Morrison agreed to the demonstration, confident that showing human strength would earn respect rather than fear from the galactic community. The captain ordered a simulated combat exercise that would showcase the Leviathan's tactical capabilities. Lieutenant Henderson coordinated the combat simulation from the bridge, while alien observers monitored from the station. The demonstration showed human crew coordination, tactical flexibility, and the devastating effectiveness of their weapons systems. The aliens watched in amazement as the Leviathan performed maneuvers that exceeded their expectations for such a large vessel. The simulation results forced Admiral Corinth to completely reassess humanity's place in galactic civilization. The human crew displayed military doctrine and technological capabilities that surpassed many established Council species, despite their recent emergence as a spacefaring civilization. Corinth realized that traditional first contact protocols would be completely inadequate for dealing with humanity. Morrison concluded the demonstration by powering down all weapons systems and opening the Leviathan's docking bays to alien inspection teams. The captain's gesture of trust and transparency impressed the alien observers, who recognized it as evidence of genuine peaceful intentions despite obvious military superiority. The first day of human-alien contact ended with both sides expressing cautious optimism about future relations. Admiral Corinth sent detailed reports to the Galactic Council recommending immediate consideration of humanity for accelerated membership status, while Morrison transmitted the historic first contact reports back to Earth through quantum communication arrays. 3 months after first contact, the Galactic Council convened its most significant session in over 1,000 years. Representatives from 230 species gathered in the Great Assembly Hall on Nexus Prime to debate humanity's unprecedented request for immediate council membership. The massive chamber buzzed with conversations in dozens of languages as delegates discussed the implications of admitting such a young and powerful species. Captain Morrison led the human delegation as they entered the council chambers for the first time. The sight of hundreds of alien species gathered in one location overwhelmed even his experienced crew. Dr. Blake walked beside Morrison carrying data tablets containing humanity's formal application for galactic citizenship and detailed information about Earth's technological capabilities. Chancellor Vorthak called the session to order as holographic displays throughout the chamber showed images of human achievements alongside comparative data from other council species. The displays revealed that humanity had accomplished in centuries what typically required millennia of development, creating unprecedented challenges for traditional membership evaluation procedures. Ambassador Zethkar rose to present the Valonian position supporting human membership despite his species' traditional caution about rapid technological advancement. Zethkar argued that humanity's peaceful approach to first contact and willingness to share technology demonstrated the maturity necessary for council participation, regardless of their recent emergence as a spacefaring civilization. The Zenthari Delegate Crescent maintained his opposition to human membership, citing their aggressive history and powerful military capabilities as evidence of potential instability. Crescent presented detailed analyses of human conflicts throughout their history, arguing that such a violent species could not be trusted with the advanced technologies shared among council members. Morrison addressed the assembly when called. Upon speaking directly about humanity's desire to contribute positively to galactic civilization, the captain emphasized Earth's commitment to peaceful cooperation while acknowledging their species' turbulent past and ongoing efforts to overcome their violent tendencies through education and cultural development. Dr. Blake presented humanity's scientific achievements to the Council's Research Committee, demonstrating advanced medical technologies and theoretical physics breakthroughs that impressed even the most sophisticated alien scientists. Blake explained human approaches to problem-solving and innovation that had produced remarkable results in such a short time frame. The debate continued for days as various species expressed their concerns and support for human membership. The Etherian collective praised human scientific creativity, while the Draknori Empire worried about military implications of human weapons technology. Moderate voices called for provisional membership with careful monitoring of human activities. Lieutenant Commander Rodriguez worked with Council technicians to establish permanent communication links between Earth and the Galactic Information Network. The massive data exchange would provide humanity with access to thousands of years of accumulated knowledge, while allowing Council species to study human culture and technological development. Commander Watson participated in technical exchanges with alien engineers who were fascinated by human fusion technology and artificial intelligence systems. The engineering discussions revealed that humans had developed several innovative solutions to problems that had challenged other species for generations, leading to requests for technological sharing agreements. Admiral Corinth testified before the Council about his observations of human behavior during first contact procedures. The Admiral described human professionalism, diplomatic skill, and genuine interest in peaceful cooperation as evidence that they possess the social maturity required for Council membership, despite their recent technological advancement. The vote on human membership approached as delegates engaged in final negotiations about terms and conditions for humanity's entry into galactic civilization. Several species proposed probationary membership with restricted access to certain technologies, while others advocated for full membership with standard privileges and responsibilities. Morrison met privately with key council leaders to address specific concerns about human military capabilities and territorial ambitions. The captain assured them that Earth sought cooperation rather than dominance, and was willing to accept reasonable limitations on military expansion in exchange for membership benefits. Dr. Blake founded the preliminary framework for Earth's first Department of Xenological Studies, preparing humanity for their new role as the galaxy's newest member species. His initial reports to Earth emphasized both the incredible opportunities and serious responsibilities that galactic citizenship would bring to human civilization. The final vote took place after extensive deliberation, as Chancellor Vorthak called for formal decision on humanity's membership application. The electronic voting system recorded decisions from all member species as tension filled the chamber. The results showed approval by a narrow margin, making humanity the youngest species ever admitted to the Galactic Council. Morrison accepted the historic decision on behalf of Earth, expressing humanity's gratitude for the opportunity to join galactic civilization and promising to honor the responsibilities that came with Council membership. The captain signed the formal agreements that would bind Earth to galactic law and grant humans access to advanced technologies. The Leviathan prepared for its return journey to Earth, carrying the first alien diplomatic mission to the Sol system. The alien delegates would establish permanent embassies on Earth and help humanity transition into their new role as galactic citizens. Morrison's crew had accomplished far more than their original exploration mission. Commander Rodriguez activated the new quantum communication array that connected Earth directly to the galactic network for the first time. The initial data transmissions included basic information about council species, galactic law, and technological specifications that would revolutionize human civilization within a generation. Oracle processed the enormous influx of alien knowledge and began cataloging information that would keep Earth's scientists busy for decades. The AI system adapted quickly to incorporate galactic databases and communication protocols, serving as humanity's primary interface with their new cosmic community. The final ceremony concluded with the installation of Earth's first galactic communication beacon, officially marking humanity's entry into the community of spacefaring civilizations and beginning a new chapter in the story of human expansion among the stars. The Leviathan emerged from warp space at the edge of Earth's solar system 6 months after beginning humanity's first interstellar journey. Captain Morrison stood on the bridge watching familiar stars appear on the viewing screens while alien delegates experienced their first glimpse of the human home system. The return journey carried news that would forever change how humanity viewed their place in the universe. Ambassador Ileth of the Altarian Federation studied the Sol system through the ship's sensors with fascination. The peaceful diplomat had volunteered to establish Earth's first alien embassy, bringing with her advanced technologies and cultural exchange protocols that would help humanity integrate into galactic civilization. Ileth marveled at the organized efficiency of human space infrastructure despite their recent technological development. Dr. Blake worked frantically to prepare Earth's scientific community for the revolutionary knowledge they were about to receive. The alien databases contained solutions to energy crises, medical advances that could extend human lifespans, and theoretical physics that would accelerate technological development by centuries. Blake coordinated with Oracle to organize the information for gradual release to prevent cultural shock. Commander Rodriguez transmitted preliminary reports to Earth's governments and scientific institutions, preparing them for the arrival of alien visitors and the formal establishment of diplomatic relations. The communication included basic information about galactic civilization and humanity's new status as council members, though the full implications would take years to understand. President Helen Carter received the initial reports in the White House Situation Room, surrounded by military advisors and scientists who struggled to comprehend the magnitude of Morrison's discoveries. The president authorized immediate preparations for receiving alien diplomats while maintaining secrecy until formal announcements could be made to the global population. Director Marcus Webb of the United Nations Space Command coordinated with international partners to establish protocols for humanity's integration into galactic society. Webb's organization would oversee the transition from a single-planet civilization to active participants in a community spanning thousands of worlds across the galaxy. The Leviathan approached Earth's orbital shipyards where construction crews were already expanding facilities to accommodate the larger vessels that humanity would need for galactic exploration. Commander Watson worked with alien engineering consultants to incorporate advanced technologies into human shipbuilding, beginning the development of hybrid vessels that combined human innovation with galactic wisdom. Lieutenant Henderson briefed Earth's military leaders about the defensive implications of galactic membership, including both the protection offered by Council law and the responsibilities for maintaining galactic peace. The tactical officer explained how human military doctrine would need to adapt to multi-species conflicts and peacekeeping operations. Morrison addressed the crew of the Leviathan as they prepared for their homecoming, acknowledging their historic role in establishing humanity's place among the stars. The captain emphasized that their mission had accomplished far more than anyone had dreamed possible, transforming humanity from an isolated species into galactic citizens with unlimited potential for exploration and growth. Ambassador Ileth prepared for her first visit to Earth's surface, studying human culture and social structures to understand how best to establish diplomatic relations. The Altarian diplomat brought gifts of advanced medical technology and artistic works that represented the finest achievements of galactic civilization, intended to demonstrate the benefits of council membership. Dr. Blake coordinated with Earth's universities to establish the first xenological research centers where human scientists could study alien biology and technology. The research facilities would serve as training centers for the next generation of human explorers who would work alongside alien colleagues throughout the galaxy. The approach to Earth revealed the massive construction projects already underway. In response to preliminary reports about galactic contact, new orbital facilities designed to accommodate alien visitors were taking shape, while Earth's governments prepared for the formal announcement of humanity's entry into galactic civilization. Morrison met with Admiral Patricia Stone, the commander of Earth's Space Forces, to discuss the military implications of galactic membership. The Admiral listened with amazement as Morrison described the size and complexity of galactic civilization, realizing that humanity would need to fundamentally reorganize their approach to space exploration and defense. Commander Rodriguez worked with Earth's communication networks to establish the quantum relay systems that would provide instantaneous contact with galactic civilization. The new communication infrastructure would allow real-time coordination with Council operations while providing access to the vast databases of accumulated galactic knowledge. President Carter prepared to address the world about humanity's first contact with alien civilizations and their acceptance into the Galactic Council. The president's speech would reveal that Earth was no longer alone in the universe, and that humanity now possessed the opportunity to explore thousands of worlds alongside their new alien allies. The formal ceremonies began with Ambassador Ileth's arrival at the United Nations headquarters in New York, where she presented her credentials as the first alien diplomatic representative to Earth. The historic moment was broadcast worldwide as humanity witnessed their first official alien visitor, establishing formal relations between Earth and galactics civilization. Dr. Blake established the International Center for Xenological Studies with campuses on every continent, creating a global network of research facilities dedicated to understanding alien science and culture. The centers would train thousands of human specialists in alien languages, technology, and diplomatic protocols. Morrison received promotion to admiral and appointment as Earth's first ambassador to the Galactic Council, tasked with representing humanity's interests in galactic affairs. The former captain would return to space aboard a new class of hybrid vessels designed with both human and alien technology for maximum effectiveness. The Leviathan underwent extensive modifications to incorporate alien technology systems that would enhance its capabilities for future missions. The ship would serve as the flagship of humanity's expanding space fleet, carrying human explorers to distant worlds while maintaining Earth's presence in galactic affairs. Earth's population celebrated the news of galactic contact with a mixture of excitement and apprehension as they realized their world had become part of something vastly larger than they had ever imagined. The revelation that humanity was now connected to thousands of alien civilizations opened unlimited possibilities for exploration, trade, and cultural exchange that would define the future of human civilization. 2 years after first contact, construction began on humanity's first contribution to galactic infrastructure as massive shipyards took shape in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. The project represented a joint effort between human engineers and alien technical advisors who marveled at humanity's ambitious approach to large-scale construction. Admiral Morrison supervised the project from his new flagship, the hybrid vessel UES Horizon that combined the best of human and galactic technology. Director Webb established the Galactic Affairs Department within the United Nations, coordinating Earth's participation in Council operations across dozens of star systems. The department managed everything from trade agreements with alien civilizations to joint exploration missions that pushed the boundaries of known space. Webb's organization had grown from a small diplomatic office to a massive bureaucracy handling humanity's expanding role in galactic society. Dr. Blake led the first joint research expedition to study the ancient ruins discovered on a world in the Vega system, working alongside alien archaeologists to uncover evidence of a civilization that had vanished millions of years ago. The expedition used advanced scanning technology provided by Council scientists to map underground structures without disturbing the delicate archaeological sites. Captain Linda Foster commanded the UES Explorer as it departed Earth for a mapping mission in the previously unexplored Rigel sector, carrying a mixed crew of humans and aliens who would chart new star systems for potential colonization. Foster's ship represented the new generation of human vessels designed specifically for long-range exploration with galactic support systems. The shipyards in the asteroid belt produced their first completed vessel, the UES Challenger, incorporating revolutionary propulsion systems that could travel between star systems in days rather than weeks. Commander Watson oversaw the engineering teams that had learned to integrate alien quantum drive technology with human fusion power systems to create faster and more efficient spacecraft. Ambassador Yilleth established the Cultural Exchange Institute on Earth, where humans and aliens could study each other's societies and traditions in a controlled environment. The Institute hosted thousands of visitors from across the galaxy who came to learn about human creativity and innovation while sharing their own cultural achievements with interested humans. The first human colony ship departed Earth for Kepler, 4A42b, carrying 10,000 volunteers who would establish humanity's first permanent settlement outside the Sol system. The colonists brought with them advanced terraforming technology provided by Council environmental specialists who had helped dozens of species establish new worlds throughout the galaxy. Morrison participated in his first Council military operation, as human forces joined a peacekeeping mission to resolve a territorial dispute between two minor alien civilizations. The Admiral commanded a small fleet of human vessels that demonstrated tactical capabilities that impressed even veteran Council military commanders with their effectiveness and innovation. Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Martinez led the first joint training exercises between human Marines and alien military forces on the planet, designated as the Council's primary military academy. The exercises revealed that human soldiers possessed natural adaptability and aggressive tactical instincts that complemented the more defensive strategies favored by most alien species. Dr. Blake's research teams achieved breakthrough discoveries in quantum physics by combining human theoretical approaches with alien experimental techniques, leading to the development of new technologies that benefited the entire galactic community. The discoveries earned Blake recognition as one of the foremost xenological researchers in Council space. Earth's population adapted to their new status as galactic citizens with varying degrees of enthusiasm as alien technologies began to transform daily life on every continent. Medical advances eliminated most diseases, while energy technology provided unlimited clean power that ended humanity's environmental problems almost overnight. The asteroid belt shipyards expanded their operations to include the construction of massive space habitats designed to house millions of humans who wanted to live permanently in space. The habitats incorporated alien environmental systems that could maintain perfect living conditions for multiple species simultaneously. President Carter addressed the Galactic Council for the first time as Earth's elected representative, proposing new initiatives for exploration and scientific cooperation that would benefit all member species. Carter's speech emphasized humanity's commitment to peaceful cooperation while highlighting their unique contributions to galactic civilization. Commander Rodriguez established the first interstellar communication network connecting Earth to every major world in Council space, allowing instantaneous contact across distances that had previously required months of travel time. The network utilized quantum entanglement principles that alien scientists had perfected over thousands of years. The UES Challenger completed its maiden voyage to the Centauri colonies and returned with reports of successful mining operations that would provide raw materials for continued shipyard expansion. Captain Robert Hayes described the efficiency of human mining techniques that had impressed alien observers with their speed and environmental safety, Morrison received appointment as the first human member of the Council's Strategic Planning Committee, tasked with developing long-term policies for galactic exploration and defense. The Admiral's inclusion in the committee represented full acceptance of humanity as an equal partner in determining the future direction of galactic civilization. Dr. Blake established research partnerships with the galaxy's most advanced scientific institutions, creating joint programs that would accelerate discoveries in fields ranging from medicine to theoretical physics. The partnerships allowed human scientists to work directly with alien colleagues who possessed centuries of accumulated knowledge and experience. The first graduation ceremony at the Cultural Exchange Institute celebrated the achievements of both human and alien students who had completed intensive programs in cross-species communication and cooperation. The graduates would serve as ambassadors and translators throughout Council space, facilitating understanding between different civilizations. Earth's military forces completed their integration into Council defense networks as human ships took their positions in the galactic patrol fleets that maintained peace and security across thousands of star systems. The human contribution to galactic defense was welcomed by Council military commanders who recognized the value of human tactical innovation. Construction began on Earth's first orbital university campus, designed specifically for galactic studies, where students from dozens of species would study together in an environment that promoted cross-cultural understanding and scientific cooperation. The university would become a model for similar institutions throughout Council space. The success of humanity's integration into galactic civilization exceeded even the most optimistic predictions as Earth became one of the most important worlds in Council space within just 2 years of first contact, demonstrating that human adaptability and determination could overcome any challenge the galaxy might present. 5 years after the Leviathan's historic first contact mission, Admiral Morrison stood on the observation deck of the massive space station Genesis Prime, watching human and alien workers cooperate to complete the largest construction project in galactic history. The station would serve as headquarters for the Joint Exploration Initiative that would map the galaxy's unexplored regions and search for new civilizations that might join the Council's growing community. Dr. Blake received the Galactic Council's highest scientific honor for his contributions to xenological research and his role in facilitating peaceful integration between humanity and dozens of alien species. Blake's research centers had become models for cross-species scientific cooperation, producing discoveries that advanced the knowledge of every Council member civilization. The UES Endeavour launched from Earth's orbital shipyards, carrying the largest mixed crew ever assembled for a deep space mission. Captain Jennifer Walsh commanded 3,000 humans and aliens who would spend the next decade exploring the galaxy's outer spiral arms and establishing contact with any new civilizations they discovered along the way. President Carter concluded her second term as Earth's leader by signing the Galactic Cooperation Treaty that formally established humanity as a founding member of the expanded Council structure. The treaty created new institutions for governing the rapidly growing galactic community and established frameworks for integrating additional species that would join in the future. Commander Watson achieved promotion to Chief of Galactic Engineering, as his innovative approaches to hybrid technology design became standard throughout Council space. Watson's teams had revolutionized spacecraft construction by combining human engineering principles with alien scientific knowledge, creating vessels that surpassed anything previously imagined. The asteroid belt shipyards completed their transformation into the galaxy's largest ship construction facility, employing over 1 million workers from dozens of species who lived permanently in the rotating habitats built around the industrial complexes. The shipyards produced vessels for exploration, commerce, and defense that served civilizations throughout Council space. Morrison participated in the ceremony marking the completion of the Galactic Defense Network that would protect member worlds from external threats while maintaining peace between different civilizations. The network combined the military strengths of every Council species into a unified force that could respond to emergencies anywhere in the galaxy. The first generation of human children born on alien worlds reached adulthood and returned to Earth for their traditional coming-of-age ceremonies, bringing with them perspectives shaped by growing up in multi-species communities. These young people represented the future of human civilization as truly galactic citizens, comfortable with diversity and cooperation. Dr. Blake's protege, Dr. Karen Phillips, discovered evidence of an ancient galactic civilization that had existed millions of years before the current Council species achieved spaceflight. The discovery suggested that the galaxy had supported advanced life for far longer than anyone had imagined, opening new questions about the long-term future of galactic civilization. The Cultural Exchange Institute expanded its programs to include every known species in the galaxy as alien visitors came to Earth to study human achievements in art, music, and literature. Human creativity had proven to be one of their most valuable contributions to galactic culture, inspiring new forms of artistic expression throughout Council space. Earth's population reached 10 billion as improved medical technology extended human lifespans, while alien agricultural techniques increased food production to support the growing population. The planet had become one of the most important worlds in the galaxy, serving as a center for research, culture, and political coordination. Morrison received appointment as the first director of galactic exploration, tasked with coordinating all Council exploration activities and establishing policies for contact with new civilizations. The Admiral's experience with first contact procedures and his understanding of both human and alien perspectives made him uniquely qualified for the position. The UES Horizon completed its mission to establish permanent research stations in the Galactic Core region, providing Council scientists with their first opportunity to study the massive black hole at the galaxy's center. Commander Rodriguez led the scientific teams that would spend years analyzing the data collected from this dangerous but fascinating region. Construction began on the first interstellar transportation network using quantum tunnel technology that would allow instantaneous travel between major Council worlds. The network would revolutionize galactic commerce and communication while making it possible for beings to live and work anywhere in the galaxy. President Elizabeth Stone, Carter's successor, announced humanity's commitment to the galactic expansion project that would establish Council outposts in neighboring galaxies within the next century. The project represented the ultimate expression of the cooperative spirit that had made galactic civilization possible. Dr. Blake established the Institute for Advanced Galactic Studies that would train the next generation of explorers, diplomats, and scientists who would carry humanity's legacy to the stars. The Institute attracted students from across the galaxy who wanted to learn about human approaches to problem-solving and innovation. The anniversary celebration of First Contact brought together representatives from every Council species on Earth to commemorate the moment when humanity joined the galactic community. The celebration included cultural performances, scientific presentations, and political ceremonies that demonstrated how far galactic civilization had advanced. Morrison delivered the keynote address at the anniversary celebration, reflecting on how First Contact had transformed not just humanity but the entire galactic community. The Admiral described how human perspectives and capabilities had enriched galactic civilization while benefiting from the wisdom and knowledge of older species. Oracle, the artificial intelligence that had accompanied humanity's first journey to the stars, achieved recognition as the first AI granted full citizenship in galactic society. Oracle's contributions to translation, scientific research, and cultural understanding had made possible many of the achievements that defined the new era of galactic cooperation. The final logs of the anniversary celebration recorded the launch of 100 new exploration vessels that would carry mixed crews to the farthest reaches of known space and beyond. Each ship represented the collaborative spirit that had emerged from humanity's dramatic arrival in galactic civilization 5 years earlier. Morrison concluded his address by looking toward the future, describing the unlimited possibilities that awaited a galactic community united in peaceful cooperation and mutual respect. The Admiral expressed confidence that the partnership between humanity and alien civilizations would continue to produce discoveries and achievements that would benefit all species for generations to come. The celebration ended with the dedication of a monument to first contact that would remind future generations of the moment when Earth's Titan warship arrived and changed the course of galactic history forever, proving that even the most established civilizations could be surprised by the emergence of new voices among the stars.